last of the. This is the last of the. Just a moment. I can make this maybe full screen. Oh, where is it? Full screen. No. Okay, so anyway, this here is the comet Elenin, the last comet Elenin, which is below the Antarctica, C 2017-83. This here is the red sun, or Big Kahuna sun, or known as comet C 2013 V4 Catalina. This is Italy. Here under this is Italy, Turkey, and Greece. So this is this part of the Earth. Here, between orbit of the Mars and Jupiter, is the Catalina Elenin C 2015 X4. On the crossing the orbit of the Saturn toward the Uranus is the comet Elenin C 2010 X1. This is the first comet Elenin that entered in the solar system. This is the famous comet which caused the earthquake in Sumatra and earthquake in Japan, etc., etc. This here is Nibiru. So this is between Jupiter and Saturn, closer to the orbit of the Saturn, C 2013 US 10 Catalina. This is the periodical comet 2014 X1 Elenin, which is in the orbit of the Jupiter. It's exactly now on the orbit of the Jupiter. And this one here, it's I told you this one. Yeah, this one is 2015 X4 Elenin, C 2015 X4 Elenin. This is between orbit of the Mars and the Jupiter. So the distance of this orbit are different. So for example, this one it's now 5 point something astronomical units. This one it's about I don't know. I think. 4 or 8, I don't remember quite. So all these comets have a certain distance according to the NASA and the science. In effect, I have to be true. I don't believe any of these measures. So this is what is going toward you now, this one, and it's following the rotation of the Earth. Okay, this is always here. So it goes with the Earth, probably. I don't know, because it's impossible to stay all the time here if the Earth is rotating. This is possible only if Earth is not rotating. So according to the simulation of the astronomical program, I showed you yesterday in the one of my video, showing how they all are revolving around the Catalina V4. So you watch this video, watch all my, at least my last 5 videos, watch, because they are all connected. I even think to put them in one long video and to put them together, and because it will make much more sense if you watch this as a one video. So I have to intend to do this, and I will find some title for this. So this here is the situation right now. According to the GPL, the Solar GPL Population Laboratory, which are dealing with the orbits of the comets. Here is the Nibiru, closer to the orbit of Saturn. But as you can see, it almost crossed the half space between Jupiter and Saturn, so going towards Saturn. Okay, so this is it. I don't know what else can I say here. This is all. Thank you very much and stay tuned. So I have something for you, and probably you will all want to know how big is the Nibiru system. So I came to one very good idea, which means that I use this formula as above, so below. So I put the Catalina V4, which is Big Kahuna Sun, next to Athena. Okay, so I can drive this around like this, you know. So I put this here in Athena, in Greece, Athens, Greece. And then I stop this and I search for each of this part of the system, and then I watch where above which town is an alanine, for example, in that moment. Then I use Google Earth and I make measurement, you know, from Athena, from here, Athens, here, until certain position. I didn't use degrees, but I will do that in my next video. I will make very precisely this measure of this system. But until then, to satisfy your curiosity, I will show you how big is this system. So forget all these astronomical units, because this is complete bullshit. So using the formula as above, so below, I came to the following conclusion, which is not very precisely, but approximately it's about this. So Catalina V4, it's away from the Nibiru, which is Catalina US 10, 7,200 kilometers. Catalina V4, it's away from Alanine from 2011, 10,000 kilometers. Catalina V4, which is central sun of this system, it's away from the Alanine 2017, which is under the South Pole, 15,000 kilometers. Alanine from 2010, I mean the Alanine which first entered in so-called solar system, it's away from the central sun 9,000 kilometers. And finally, Alanine C 2015 X4, which was discovered in 2015, it's 12,300 kilometers away from the central sun, which is Catalina V4. Now, you know what they did? How they fooled people that this is an system which traveling very, very long time until reach position close to the Earth. They did this in that way that they didn't say that this is here, but they pronounce each comet in a certain year, and they are waiting years and years before. Every year they put one comet out, and this is the bullshit. That's how they make that these comets are traveling from far away until they reach the nearby of the Earth. So this is not the truth. This is how they fake these astronomical units, because they are faking that this is traveling so far. In fact, they are not saying that they are discovered already this much more before that they were announced that was discovered. So all these who discovered these things are in effect liars. This is the team which is making up stories for the naive people. So this is the real size, and this is the real sorry, distance between these objects. Well, now this is the length between them, the measure, the distance measure. Now we don't know how high this is in the air. This is another story. There is a rumors and some very good proof that the so-called dome, which is above the earth, it's a distance of 120 kilometers. 120 kilometers. Not 1,000, not whatsoever, but 120 kilometers. Do you know that it's forbidden to fly above 30-kilometer altitude? So you cannot fly without permission above 30, or about, what do you say, that will be 90,000 or 100,000 feet. This is forbidden. Who knows why? What do you think? Well, there's another one, there's another thing which is forbidden, and this is going to Antarctica. Antarctica is guarded by international military forces. They're all friends, they're not any enemies. The main army forces, they are guarding Antarctica. You can go to the Antarctica as a tourist, but you have to wait for the permission very long time, and it's going to cost you a lot of money. Of course, what are you going to see in Antarctica? Just a part of Antarctica when they let you, that you can see some penguins or whatsoever, you know, but you won't go any further from there. So, why would they do this? Why would they guard Antarctica? This is the first question. Second question, why would someone need permission to fly over the 30-kilometer high? Now these are the questions that I cannot answer you, but I can guess the answer. I can guess the answer. So this is the distance between these objects. These objects are rotating, and I suppose that this distance become shorter and even longer. So if I maybe go from to measure from another side, maybe this part will be shorter if I go from the other side of the globe, but it doesn't matter. This is the measure between these planets. So if I put that in a cross formation, then you will have also a very interesting measurement. So in effect, if you watch all this, I think that the maximum size of this system, when something is in the front of this, behind this, for example, this one goes behind, and this one is 50, so that will be at least 27,000 kilometers long. So all this, if you put them in the maximum length, this system will be 27,000 long, and 7,020 and 9,000 and 16,000 kilometer large. So the cross, if you make the cross like this, just a moment, let's make one new. Okay, it's okay. So if you make a cross, just a moment, line curves, yes. I'm gonna put some 6 like this. So if you made a cross like this, and we change the color, of course, because this is the white color, okay, and solid flat, and if you make cross like this, then this length here from here to here will be 27,000 kilometers. 27,000 kilometers. And this one here will be 16,000 kilometers. You see, almost double. Okay, like this, 16,000 kilometers. So this is the maximum length of this system. When they're in this position, it may be that ratio of the length of the measure of this system when they're in the most spread formation. Let's say that the cross formation is the most spread formation that may be. So this is it. Now it's very difficult to calculate at which altitude this is, because we are seeing things which are, I mean, objects which are bigger than the moon and bigger than the sun. So either this is much more far away and very, very big, or it's closer than the sun and it's smaller. You know what I mean? So this is all about the perspective, I mean, about the distance, so that I can speculate. I mean, everybody can speculate about this, anyone, but I don't have any idea how can I measure something like this, because I don't have any reliable information about any measure. So this is the best that I can get. So this is the system. This is the Nibiru or Catalina US10. This is the central red sun, which is Catalina V4. This is the LN1, LN2, LN3, LN4, and another LN is missing here. I don't know which one is. It probably, just to let me see. It's LN14. Yes, LN14 is missing here, as I think. And I don't know. It's not even here. I should watch where is it. So just a moment. Or we can find it like this. Just a moment. Alanine, alanine 10, 15. Here it is. This one. I need this one. So let me see, where is this one? So we can calculate this fifth alanine. Where is it? Just a moment. Program will now take me to the alanine 14, 2014. So this is somewhere in the southwest Indian Ridge. And I can see, where is it? So let me see. That is 84 east, I think. Yes, 84 east and minus 27. So let me see. 84 east. Just a moment. We can see the last one, where it is. 84 84, and we have what was the another measure? Minus 27.24. Minus 27. We can do 27. 27 south. So let's measure this. Let's measure this distance until Athens in Greece, and I will tell you now what is the distance until Athens in Greece, and that will be the distance. So let me see. Okay, now yes, yes, here, and come on. Okay, like this, and more like this, and I think it's here. Yes, it's here. So this one is 9,500 kilometer. 9,500 kilometer. This is LN 14. $9,500 kilometers. So this is it. Thank you very much for your attention. One more time, this is the system. These are the distance, and I don't know how can I make some calculation about the altitude, how high this is in the sky, but I will do another calculation with exactly, this is all approximately, this is not very